Hey folks, what's going on? Here's a quick video I want to share with you. For all you rail fans out there, I myself is a big rail fan. I lived in this community over here in New York City, in the Bronx area called High Bridge. And what I'd like to share with you is the facility over here, which is the High Bridge Metro North Railroad maintenance yard and shop. This place over here one time was a real busy place in the late to mid 1800s, right up into this time. Unfortunately, it did fall on hard times at one time, and it seemed like it bounced back. Here we're looking at is a bunch of trains sitting near in the yard. We have a New Haven locomotive. We have a bunch of New Haven electrics sitting there in the shed. And we have a Hudson sitting over there on the behind the shed. If you can make out a little bit, you see the link track of the CSX link to Oak Point. This yard has become very, very busy. But I also like to share with you is the side over there. You see all of the, what is it, yellow work trucks? Well, that side over there is the old New York Central Putnam division. And of course, it was abandoned in 1958. It used to be passenger service that started right about beneath those trees down there, under the highway. Well, of course, the Major Deacon Expressway wasn't there when it first started. That side, where all those cars was one time the main facility of the New York Central Putnam Division. It had a complete roundhouse, it had which was a turntable. It had an ash pit for the steam locomotives, a water tower, which was they call a water plug, and a host of other amenities that they had back in those days. Now, getting back here to High Bridge Yard, they said at one time there was a turntable here, which I found in a YouTube group on the New York Central. Now, that bridge down there, that's the 155th Street Bridge, which is a traffic bridge. But once upon a time, the Putnam trains came from here, right up that grade underneath those trees, and there was a bridge that looked sort of like that a little bit north of it. Excuse that crazy cough. And it went right across the river here to where those little housing projects which is the 159th Street subway yard, which was part of the 9th Avenue elevated line. Now, those big buildings you see there, those are the polo grounds and so forth. But getting back to those little buildings, one time Putnam trains came across the bridge, and they used to lay up over here in this yard over here. So that was pretty much the story on that. Right there, where that locomotive is sitting at, there's a train station there, which is the High Bridge train station. That train station is new because originally High Bridge train station was right there at Depot Place. That bridge, where those cars is coming, used to come right about over the tracks, and they used to turn down there. But this C, I call it, is all brand new. That's a new add-on 1978, 1979. This is all new. And yet, as you see the concrete blockers falling down in the river already. How about that? Well, getting back here, this is a view of train sitting here at High Bridge Yard. There's also a wash track. If you can make it out way down there towards the bridge, underneath that, towards the white bridge, it's like a little white building there. It's not so little, but that's the wash track. That's where all of the Metro North locals go in there and they get all spiffied up and cleaned up and they continue on their journey. When we were kids, there used to be a wash track right there where that train is sitting right there. It was two buildings, had these big massive brushes, and they used to clean up the trains of the 20th Century Limited and all those other fancy trains and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what we're looking at here. Up there on the Putnam by that bridge there used to be a tower there. Tower was called SK Tower, stood for Sedgwick, and it also had a passenger station there. And of course there was the second station, was High Bridge Station, which is long gone. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, more to follow in future videos. 73s, all the best.